What's up everybody, Joshua, Jim, and Eric here with some exciting news. Spider-Man is now a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We just got the big news. This is really crazy. Obviously, we're in a weird place. It's this hotel. This is so crazy. We had to talk about it. What's the first reaction?
We're in offsite. Let's just explain why three grown men are here.
Whatever we want to say.
So, all right. So the official news, it is official. It's straight from Marvel. They announced they have sealed the deal with Sony to bring a new Spider-Man into the MCU. Spider-Man will now be part of official Marvel Cinematic Universe canon, something he has not been a part of so far. This is seriously a decade or more in the making now, and it is a truly huge day for Marvel fans, for the MCU, because they have their crown jewel character back.
Spider-Man's probably going to team up with the Avengers and everybody.
I think that's inevitable. I mean, like, they didn't say anything specific about what movies, but he's going to be in freaking Infinity War. Come on. Like, that's just too good to have Spider-Man on that poster with the Avengers. That's going to happen.
Yeah, as fans, we love Spider-Man. Here in IGN, we voted Spider-Man the #1 superhero that Marvel has, so this is awesome to see him part of the MCU. You know, in the press release, it mentions that he's going to be in a MCU movie, then he's going to appear in his own movie in 2017. So what movie do you think he's going to be in before?
Well, you've got some of the deets here. It says that they don't specify the movie, but we're thinking it's going to be Civil War.
It's almost certainly Civil War. I mean, like, let's face it, like in those leaked emails last fall, we knew it was going to be Civil War before the deal fell apart the first time. It makes a lot of sense if you read the Civil War comic to have him in there. Yeah, that movie's about to start filming pretty soon, but there were probably already versions of the script that had Spider-Man in it just in case. So it just makes a lot of sense that that's the one that they'll put him in.
Yeah, Spider-Man really is the heart and soul of the Civil War storyline, so that makes a lot of sense to bring him in for that.
Yeah. And then you also, we were saying, it's like there's not even that many options between now and summer 2017.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is too, like, Marvel has now shifted their entire release schedule to accommodate this, because the solo Spider-Man movie is coming out. You have the date actually.
It's July 28th, 2017.
That was the date that Thor Ragnarok was supposed to come out. So now everything has been kicked down 6 months or more.
Yeah,
make room for Spider-Man. That's only smart, right?
I mean, I mean, he is. They now have the face, really the face of the Marvel Universe back. Finally.
I think this speaks to the fact that, they didn't need him back. Like, look, they're doing just fine without Spider-Man. They wanted him back. I mean, he is Marvel. And I'm sure it felt bad to them to not be able to have him in there, and they're like, let's make this happen. Sony had a lot of reasons to want to make it happen too, and everything just finally aligned here.
Right.
In the press release, it doesn't mention who will be playing Spider-Man. I think this is the big question. We know it's going to be Peter Parker, not Miles Morales or any other Spider-Man. Yeah. But what do you think this means for Andrew Garfield?
I mean, the writing was kind of on the wall between the leaked Sony emails and the diminishing returns of the Amazing Spider-Man films themselves. And look, everyone likes him as Spider-Man, but the movies weren't really cutting it creatively, and worse so for them commercially. And the press release does point out a new Spider-Man. What was it?
They say they're introducing the new Spider-Man. They also, I believe, use the phrase about a new direction that they want to introduce here. So I really like Garfield, in the role. But I think if you're Sony and Marvel right now, unfortunately, he's kind of seen as damaged goods because those two movies were the way they were perceived. So I think he's getting the short end of the stick here. I just can't imagine them keeping him when they're going to reboot everything around him.
And there's a new creative team as well in terms of the producers. It does specifically state the official press release that Kevin Feige, head of Marvel Studios, and Amy Pascal, who was the Sony chairman, she is now stepping down. They are going to co-produce the Spider-Man movies together. And we should point out that Sony retains essentially financial, creative, and overall control of this property, but they get the Marvel seal of approval and Kevin Feige's kind of magic touch, and they needed that. And in a lot of ways, I mean, I feel like Sony needed this deal more than Marvel.
They did, because again, the damaged goods thing, like Spider-Man was coming off of maybe A, fatigue, there'd been a lot of Spider-Man movies in like just a decade, and B, the fact that the poor way they've been received the last couple, maybe really last three.
I mean, Spider-Man 3.
So, obviously with Feige at the top of this, having such great success with the MCU, that's a really good reason to get excited. So what are your final thoughts on this big news?
It's hallelujah. It's finally happening. I mean, it's so exciting exciting. It's pretty amazing, no pun intended, because a few years ago it didn't seem like this could happen, but then it took some bad luck and some bad movies to get here. But I think we're going to get something that we've all wanted.
Yeah, what a weird message for Hollywood to send.
Make some huge screw up.
I think it really is amazing because I've been doing this long enough to know when they would try to even get a Spider-Man movie made, and now that he's essentially come home, it's a great day for fans because you are going to see Iron Man and Spider-Man and Captain America and all these characters. You're going to finally get your Marvel comic on the big screen where all these guys can kind of interact, and it's exciting. I mean, hopefully they'll find a Spider-Man actor who's going to be as compelling as Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were. That's our next big thing, I guess, to speculate on. But yeah, it's a big day for everyone.
Very, very cool. I know I am crazy excited for this. And so let us know what you think in the comments. This is obviously crazy news. For more things on Spider-Man and all this crazy news that I can't stop saying it's crazy, keep it right here on IGN. Flip it.